Jnana Samayuktam Vrindavanam Manoharam Om Jnanatamrandasya Gnanatamrasya Chakshram Yatamina Tasmai Shri Guru. Oh yeah. Don't forget Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. So welcome to Sunday's Satsang. This is July 2nd, 2023. We have question and answer format. Nobody has any questions. Do you have any questions? Do you have a question?
First, for Radha Kunda Bhakti, what are the important books and chronology to be followed?
Question is, for practicing Radha Kunda Bhakti, what are the important books to follow? Go ahead and answer this question. Let's say, firstly, start with Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. First part, chapter 2, verses 270 to 310 describe Rag Bhakti. From verse 1, part, first wave, Purva Vibhag, Eastern Division, and the Eastern Division first wave, no, second. First, Sadhana Bhakti has two divisions, Vaidhi and Raganuga. So 269 verses about Vaidhi and 40 verses about Raganuga Bhakti. 270 to 310, that's the end of the chapter. Next chapter is Bhava Bhakti. So first study that and the commentaries of Jiva Goswami and Vishnu. In an English edition by Madan Swami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. You get all that. Rupa Goswami, Shloka and commentary Jiva Vishnu. So that's the foundation. Now a commentary on that book, a commentary on those verses, Rag Bhakti verses, key verses, is a famous book by Vishnu Chakravarti called Rag Vardhman Chandrika. It's also translated by Madan Swami, but a better edition with better commentary, with commentaries. The Madan doesn't have commentaries. Commentaries by Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. Rag Vardhman Chandrika by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So these are the two foundational books, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Rag Vardhman Chandrika. These are the foundational books to understand the principles and basic practice of Rag Bhakti. You read that deeply. Then from there you want to go, next book you want to read is Prem Bhakti Chandrika with the commentaries of Anantadas Babaji Radha Kunda. It's in Hindi, Bengali, and English, Russian also. But you probably know Russian, Hindi or English. English, yeah, Shinsa. So English is a very good commentary. Because see, Prem Bhakti Chandrika is, how many verses? 120 verses? How many verses?
116. Yes, 116.
116. Thank you. Prem Bhakti Chandrika is 116 verses. Each of those verses is a summary of the teaching of the six Goswami's books. It's from verse 1 until verse 48 of Prem Bhakti Chandrika. It's basically about Sharanagati, taking shelter of Guru, about Vaidhi sadhana. Then the discussion of Rag Bhakti sadhana starts on verse 48. From 48 to 116 is Rag Bhakti. Just to give you some idea. You understand what I say? Prem Bhakti Chandrika. 1 through 48, Vaidhi sadhana, Sharanagati, Guru Ashraya. And verse 48 to 116, the end of the book is Rag Bhakti. Because in the first 48 verses, it talks about a monkey just jumped from the roof on the neem tree. Hey, Anurag, go tell Haridas monkey. Haridas outside the gate, Chokidar.
The last one is there on the tree.
Oh, it's Haridas Bandar. Oh, we had two bandars here. One bandar we shoot slingshot out, the other one we don't. Sometimes we should. And then to get you started after class, this gentleman, gentleman, raise your hand.
Yes.
He's a gentleman. He'll take you to a room over there. It's called the book room, and he'll give you my book on Rag Bhakti. Free, no charge. So that's the summary of these books I just told you. So they'll give you a good overview, and then you can buy the books through the slokas and Beaver study. Okay, next question. Aditya, what's the question? You're speaking for 3 weeks, what are you doing? All land's been sold. You're not going to get any land. It's all been sold while you're gone. There's a room over there in the corner. Build a cow-dung house. Oh, questions? Have any more questions?
Maharaj, do you, somebody living a city life, can he directly take to Radha path?
Somebody's living a what?
Somebody living in city life, like ordinary city, like new modern people.
People living anywhere in any condition of life can take up Rag Bhakti if they have Rag. Because the definition of Rag Bhakti means after hearing about Radha and Krishna and their associates in Vrindavan and their beautiful leelas in Madhurya Rati, Vatsai Rati, and Sakirati Dasarati, one reads about those leelas or sees movies or dramas about those leelas or hears Hari Katha about those leelas, and that man or woman gets desire to follow those devotees in Vrindavan. I want to be like Balaram and Subal and Sridham. I want to be with Krishna like that, love Krishna, serve Krishna. Then that's the starting point. He has it's called Kinsha Anubhuti. Kinsha Anubhuti. He has a little interest, a little ruchi. That's the starting point. So it can start anywhere. So then he'll mix Vaidhi sadhana with Rag Bhakti in the beginning. And later on it'll become pure Rag after some time. And different adjustments and in his bhav and his consciousness. So anyone in any place can start. The Rag Bhakti Chandrika, Vishwanath Chakravarti says Rag Bhakti can begin at the level of Nartanivriti, right from the very beginning. But generally that would be done when we might start in the very early part of his life practicing Rag Bhakti. If that person has samskara, bhakti samskaras carried over from last life. You can see Gita 644. So the Purvabhyasena Riyate Yavasho. Automatically, instantly, one will be attracted to the practice that he or she did last life. Purvabhyas. Purvabhyas means prior life practice. Like Prabhupada said, which I repeat about 20 times, he said to his disciples in New York, don't think this is your first life of practicing bhakti. So even the Western people sitting here, myself and others, it's not our first life practicing bhakti. We look Western, so we think we're not Indian, so we're not having practiced bhakti. But what were we last life? We have white skin this life, we had brown skin last life. To live in Radha Kunda and have a Vajan Kuti in Radha Kunda and be fixed on Radha Krishna and chanting holy name all day and reading Shastra is not an ordinary man or woman. Very extraordinary good fortune accumulated over many, many births. And of course, ultimately, the good fortune is the blessing of Radharani, Krishna, and Guru. Because in Mathura Mahatmya, Rupa Goswami says, one can't stay 5 minutes in Brajadam without the blessings of Hari. So anybody even passes by on the Delhi Agra Taj Express going to see Taj Mahal, they pass through Brajmana for 20 minutes. So they're blessed by Lord Hari. Have darshan of the landscape out the window of the train for 20 minutes. They don't stop in Mathura, they go from Delhi to Agra. That's their objective. And they go on to Jaipur maybe after that. But they're blessed to have darshan. They see the Janmastan out the window. They see Lila Bhumi Janmastan out the window of the train. And they see the forest, the Talavan and Madhavan. They see Yamuna also. So they get blessed. Pavitram darshan. Seems like your question, all the questions are with you today. No problem. Come on, gang, wake up. What about home team? The visiting teams are asking all the questions. Home team's sleeping. Too busy at work and play. Yeah, good time? He did. So, yeah.
There's a mood of Braj which is very funny and like very playful of Krishna. And our sadhana is based on mood of very focus oriented. What happens the moment we see, "Arey, this is like this," we should be thinking openly like this. So there is a clash between these two moods.
What do you, I got an idea what you're saying. What's your exact question?
The mood of Braj is very happy kind of thing, like cool going.
Is that right? Look at that smile. Looks like true. The mood of Braj is very happy. So what do you want to say about that? It's a mood of Braj. There's room for one more, man.
The very sadhana is like we practice so intense, concentrate like this, straight up like this.
No, that's called Tirena Bhakti Yogena. Yajete Purushamvrsu. What's all this? Akama Sarva Kama Moksha Kama Dari. Tirena Bhakti Yogena. Tirena Bhakti. Tirena means like a laser beam. This lady, this honey, she gets every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. Turns all the lights on. Okay, sleep. Turns all the lights on, starts chanting Java. 3 a.m. She's very intense in her bhajan. And she's very blissful also. So don't think that being blissful doesn't mean you're not intense. We're intense in bhajan, but we're tasting bhaktis who are blissful. So many people are intense in bhajan outside of Braj, but they're not tasting bhakti. They're on the outside of the honey jar. You gotta open the top and jump in that Swiss honey. It's good stuff, you know, it's a real thing, not fake. And then it's really good stuff. So that's the difference. Generally, I find outside of Braj, people are too absorbed in gossip and fault finding. Sadhakas. Sadhakas in ashrams and temples, even living outside in their house, are too absorbed in gossip, social gossip, and fault finding. So they're blocked from the bhakti ras. But when we live in Braj, we're grateful. No one's living in Delhi thinking, "Oh, I'm so glad Krishna lets me live in Delhi." So there's a certain gratitude that pervades the consciousness and heart of Vrishvasi bhaktis. They're always feeling humble and grateful. Oh, what a fortune I've been given. What a treasure I've been given. So they're always conscious of this. So that gratitude generates humility. And that humility generates sense control. Humility produces sense control because you're always in control of your mind. If you're a humble person, you're in control of your mind. But in the city, we tend to be proud of our wealth, proud of our job, proud of our position. I'm a big devotee, I'm temple commander, I'm temple president. All this upadhis and designations. And Braj Bhakti, every common factor, everyone's feeling grateful and appreciative for the mercy they receive from Guru and Krishna to live here. So our bhakti is free from the blockage of aparats and gossip. We don't have time. We don't have time to talk gossip. And there's a certain aura. When people live in Braj, if they're serious bhajanandis, they're protected by a bhajan rekha. And we got Lakshman Rekha Ramayana. Lakshmana line says, Sita, don't cross this, and all that jazz, And Rishi and all the deer and all that. So we have a bhajan rekha. We're protected because people they don't mess with us. People don't come here and talk Rajama because they know they get punched in the face. They don't even. Nobody ever came here and talked nonsense. I don't tolerate it for half a second. If I even smell it, I say get lost. The guy comes and I smell the guy and it smells like he's going to talk Rajama. I say, I'm busy, get out of here. But see, because Vrindavan, that's right, I'm glad that you have that perception. You're coming from Bangalore. You say, Vrindavan, everybody's doing but Bhajan Vrindavan. They look so joyful and carefree. What's the special thing here? Special thing is, Vrindavan made Kankam Boli, Shri Radha Radha. Every pebble, every stone is chanting Radha Radha Radha. So you stay here for 5 hours, 5 days. Pretty soon you start chanting Radha Radha. You go outside Vrindavan, you get arrested, you get handcuffs on you go in the temple and chant Radha Radha, they put handcuffs, no handcuffs. No. Yeah. Hey, you can't chant that Radha Radha. You see a sign, International Society of No Radha Radha. ISNORR. It's Nor. International Society of No Radha Radha. Excuse me. That's my alma mater. I'm a former alumni of that great university. No, it's a good thing. Is that okay to answer?
Their idea is to protect the sanctity offered to Radha. Suppose Radha, everybody says Radha, Radha. They take. They should not take them very cheaply. That is what they reason that they should not directly.
We don't know if we're getting Radharani on sale, cheaply or expensively. All we know is we came to Vrindavan, and this is known as Radha Dham, and the Puranas is called Radha Van. You can look at Asian Puranas, this whole land of Mathura Mandal is called Radha Van, and this is called Radha Kunda. There's a Kunda here, another Kunda here, we don't even know the name of that Kunda. There's another Kunda called Shava, but it's nowhere on the map, it's nowhere in Hindi signs. It says 5 kilometers Radha Kunda, 2 kilometers Radha. No, Shava, what's Shava? If somebody says they live in Shava, it'd be hard for people to find where they live. So I said, I lived here going on Shavakund. Where's Shavakund? I never heard of Shavakund. What's Shavakund? Oh, it's near Rock. Oh, it's near Rockund. Yeah, it's very near. Okay, I'll find it then. We should protect the sanctity of Radharani's name and all that. That's well and good. But it automatically happens. If you live in a house, everybody has COVID, you're going to get COVID. So you live in a Braj Bundle. Everybody has Radha fever. You go to Satsang and you say, he sees you as Radha Radha. So what do you say? Hello. Good morning. You say Radha Radha. Everyone says Radha Radha. The Gunda comes to rob you, says, Radha Radha, give me your money. You say no, he says, Radha Radha, boom, boom, boom. He says, Radha Radha, give me your money. You say no, he says, Radha Radha, he sends the race you. Boom, boom, boom. takes it by force. You know, I came to Vrindavan first time 1977. I came chanting Hare Krishna, I left chanting Hare Krishna. But I came again in 1980, and I came chanting Hare Krishna, I left chanting Radhe. And from then on, I got the bug, I got the COVID, the Rovid, the Radhavid, or whatever. Radhavad. The sound of Radha's name. I knew there was something missing over the last couple of weeks. I couldn't figure out. I was asking Seki, what, something's missing? Something very important is missing in class for the last 3 weeks. They said, wait to Krishna Baba. He screams and yells. Evam Vrata Sopriya Nama Kirtya. Yeah, Hasati Rodati. Hasati Rodati, he's a Bob, you know. So they don't care about outsiders. It's 11th count of Wavato. In other words, Evam Sopriya. Maybe it's in here, it's really great verse. The Shinto of Baba. It's really nice verse. That's how you can know you're not a Baba. so many symptoms. There it is. You know, I was quoting this book last week. I looked up Janmeshwara Shrita, it says 90, page 90. So I looked at page 90, it's not there. I got email from the producer of this book named Mr. Dowsy Maharaj. He said, I'm sorry, Maharaj, it's on page 390. I said, okay, thank you. I was so touched that he took the trouble, you know, that means he listened to the class. And he heard it. I said, okay, so page 90. It's not here. I was embarrassed. So, you know, he was embarrassed also with his book. So he, you know, rectified the situation, so to speak. There's that. Give me that phone. That phone. Good for something. This is a verse from 11th Canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 2, verse 40. It's also twice quoted Adi and Chaitanya Charitamrita. I have a series of articles on my website called, I don't know what it's called. So many series. Bhagavad Nectar or something like that. And I write articles about verses that are quoted more than 2 times in Chaitanya Charitamrita, with the idea that these are important verses because they appear 2 or 3, sometimes 4 times in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this verse, because there's so many hundreds of verses in Bhagavatam, so it's just on Bhagavatam. It's called Bhagavad Nectar or something like that. Forget. It's a series of articles. So this verse is quoted Adi 7, verse 94, and Antya 3, 179. 11th Canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 2, verse 40. Very important, because it describes what are the symptoms of one above. Evam Vratasva Priyanama Kirtya Jadana Rago Juta Chitta Uche Hasatyata Roti Gayat Yunmara Vanrityati Lokabaya. This is the most important thing. Lokabaya. The person, here's the translation. And the heart who has developed bhava, attachment to Krishna's name, melts his heart, or her heart. Thereafter, anurag appears. Snehaman, pranaya raga, anurag bhav. Wherein the person relishes holy name as ever fresh and ecstatic. And then the person acts as if mad. Evamvrata. In other words, the person takes a vrat, takes a vow, because Sopriya, the child's favorite name. So Priyanam can be the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, or it can be Radha Radha Radha. Vrindavan, the favorite name of Brishwasis is Radha Radha. Evam Vratasra Priya Namakirtya. He or she takes a vow, Sankalp, always chant Priyanam Kirta means Priyanam Kirta means Radha Kirta. Jananaraga. Anuraga is born, and that Chitta Druta Uche. The Druta Chitta means the consciousness becomes melted. His heart becomes melted. Then he starts yelling, Uche, like this kid's yelling. Uche, Hasati, yelling, laughing, Hasati. Crying. And becomes unmad, mad, and starts dancing with lokabaya, not caring anything about the lok, the general lok, the people, lok sabha, not caring anything about the lok. Who cares what you think? So this is a great verse. Learn this verse, very nice verse. Learn this verse. These two guys are Brahmins, they're brothers. They're South Indian Brahmins, they're smart guys. It's good to have a few smart guys because we're all pretty stupid. We have checks and balances, a little stupid, a little smart. Jai Radhe Show. Questions? Marlika, question. Late? Why you're late? That's my question. Radhika, there you go. That's a magic word. Okay. That'll get you everywhere. That'll get all the doors open. Everything will be forgiven. All doors will be open. Just say Radhika, Radhika. Jai Radhe Shah. Sing your song, man. Jai Shri Radhe.
Gurudev, Radha Kunda Bhakti means meditating upon sadhya. So does it mean?
Oh, wait a minute. First get your bachelor's degree before you go for your PhD. There's many steps of meditating or sadhya. You make it sound like you're not even initiated, but tomorrow you're going to start meditating or sadhya. It's not so easy, not so cheap. That's on the high end of Rag Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means developing the Dasi Bhava, Maitsura Radharani. Dasi Bhava. So how you develop Dasi Bhava? By Hari Guru Vaishnava Seva. So how much seva are you doing to Hari and Guru Vaishnava? 0. You want to bust into the kunj and don't have any Dasi Bhava. Kinkari means Dasi. Ainanda Chandra Kinkaram. Kinkaram is male, Kinkari is female. I'm a servant of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells. Ainanda, I am your servant. So first you have to develop seva bhav by submission, surrender, and serving Hari Guru Vaishnavas genuinely. You understand? You have to read and hear. You have to read all the tattvas and understand all the tattvas. You have to build a foundation. You don't just send a rocket to Mars. You have to make a takeoff platform and a booster rocket and this and that.
So we did that, the entire process of generating that bhav is Radha Kunda Bhakti.
The entire process of developing Gopal Bhava is Guru Padashraya. Surrender the lotus to your Guru and stop speculating. Roll up your sleeve and wash the temple dishes. Clean the toilets. Sweep the floors. Shinada Pisni Chinatori Vasu. Everybody wants the topmost thing without learning how to walk. You want to win the Olympic 440 meter race. My Gurudev was very strict. He had many disciples. He only gave Siddha Pranali to a few of them. A few Grihastas, husbands and wives, like a few Babaji. He had many Babaji disciples he didn't even give Siddha Pranali to. They're very strict.
Maharaj,
Yes, sir.
pranali itself can be the sadhana, best sadhana. Because if somebody is doing sadhana without pranali, somebody does with pranali, the pranali will be better sadhana to do. On the strength of that, he may get some more.
Your question, that's the question?
Yes.
Your question is if someone has Siddha Pranali, they can do better sadhana. That's not substantiated or proven by any teaching of the Goswamis. I don't accept that. Because by doing Vaidhi sadhana, you can come to prema, but of course it's Vaikuntha prema. But if you're doing Vaidhi sadhana, like IGM, Iskon Gaudiya Math, then you go to Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan. There's two Vrindavans, Goloka Vrindavans. One's called Madhurya, one's called Aishwarya. It's described in 10th Canto, chapter 28, commentary. Also, Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, Raghvardhana Chandrika, about this Aishwarya Goloka. So one can do very nice sadhana bhakti, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, and even go to Goloka Vrindavan. But generally, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, because 500 years ago, when Chaitanya Charitamrita was worshipped, anybody that practiced Vaidhi sadhana, they're worshipping Vishnu, Narayan. So Krishna's Kaviraj says Vaidhi sadhana only takes you Vaikuntha. But this IGM, you just going to go to Math, they introduced worship of Radha Krishna through Vaidhi Marg. But generally worship of Radha Krishna is with Rag Marg, like Vallabhacharya Sampradaya and Radha Vallabha Sampradaya and Nimbark Sampradaya. They all worship Radha Krishna by Rag Marg. So worshiping Radha Krishna Vaidhi Marg in the mood of Lakshmi Narayan, Avyos and grandeur is introduced by IGM. But apparently there's some accommodation for them because they don't have Lakshmi Narayan Mandirs, they have Radha Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari. So it's a little interesting twist on tradition and tattva. But fortunately there's some facility for that attainment in the spiritual world. According to the acharyas, there's Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan, where you'll attain Radha and Krishna by an Aishwarya Bhav, Aishwarya mood. And there won't be Nikunja Leela, there won't be Rasa Leela, there won't be Jalkya, many intimate Leelas won't be there. It'll be more like puja type idea. If you go in yoga pit and do arti to Radha Krishna, over on Bhoga and see him a little bit, then that's it. Then you go back to your puja or whatever. There's not much to describe detail about it, so you have to kind of fill in the missing piece yourself. Without the mode of Rajvasi, you can't be with the Rajvasis. So you be with Radha Krishna as like a spectator, but they're really there. You're really in the spiritual world. You're not taking rebirth. You're not going to come back, but you won't be very intimate. Because if you want to do intimate state around Krishna, you have to follow Raghunath Bhakti. You have to follow Vrishvasi. You get their mercy, you get their bhav. And get a form like theirs and to serve like them. Pranali is not such a big thing. It can be a big thing, but don't get carried away. Don't get let someone mislead you. Thinking, holding some carrot in front of you. You know, you get this carrot, you got it made in the shade, as we say in America. It's not so easy. Still, because general impression people have, people follow Raghunath, people follow Vaidhi sadhana, they emphasize saying japa. The people who follow Raghu Bhakti, they don't chant japa, they don't chant Hare Krishna japa, they just do smaran. That's not at all true. It's clearly wrong. People who practice Raghu Bhakti chant more japa. They understand the necessity to chant japa, because the holy name itself is not Rupa and Lila. Everything is in the holy name. Nama Chaitanya Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Purnashuni Tamukta Vinata Nama Namana. So the Ras and Lila, everything's there. So Jiva Goswami explains in Sandarbhas that there's a krama, there's a krama sequence and name. First you chant the name with meditating on the meaning of the name. As you chant the holy name, Hare Krishna mantra, meditating on the meaning, if you're fortunate, you realize that the name is not different from Krishna. Vinatva nama namano. Atasri Krishna namadi, nabhavet gravindri, sevan mukhe jivada. Swayam. What's the Vinatva?
Swayam eva spurati.
Swayam eva spurati. What's the Vinatva nama namano?
Nam Chintamani Krishna.
Oh, yeah, that's from the verse, yeah. That's on the verse. So you realize, the first realization you have is the name is not different from Krishna. But first you chant the name, then you have memory, you have a realization that this name is Krishna. Then you chant more name, then with meditating on mantra artha chintana, you chant the holy mantra, meditating on meaning of mantra, realizing that the name is not different from Krishna, then you have darshan on the form of Krishna. This is what Jiva Goswami explains in Sandarbhas. Nam, Rup, Guna, then what comes next? No. No. It's another. First you realize the non-difference of the name and Krishna. Then you realize the non-difference of the name and the form. Then you realize the non-difference of the qualities of Krishna and his name. Then you realize the non-difference of the associates in the name. Nam, oneness of name, Nam, Rup, Guna, Parishats, Seva, Parikars, thank you. Parikars is eternal associates of Krishna, then Seva, the eternal associates, then Leela. The last thing the name will reveal that the name is not different from Krishna Leela. My Guru Maharaj told me, he said, well, what do you have to meditate on Leela for? You chant the name will show you the Leelas. I said, what's the purpose of doing smaran then? Why bother to just keep chanting? If that's what they preach 9 gems, you just keep chanting and realize everything. So he said, because that's told by our acharyas that we should do smaran. Rag Bhakti is monodharma. Rag Bhakti Chandra, Prem Bhakti Chandra says Rag Bhakti is based on smaran. There's 5 levels of smaran. So basically we're trying to do simple smaran. Remember 5 minutes a day. Out of 24 minutes, 24 hours, remember Krishna Lila for 5 minutes and go to sleep. But the main bhajan for every Gaudiya Vaisnava is non-bhajan. The advantage of Siddha Pranali is that it creates a very sweet relationship between the Shishya and Guru. It creates a very sweet sambandha with the Guru and Shishya, because the Guru has his Nitya Siddhadeha, his eternal spiritual form, and his Seva has his eternal spiritual form. On that level, they're eternally related in the spiritual world. Guru Sakhi and Guru Dasi. And the second point advantage of Pranali, it gives the devotee a position and gives an introduction to the eternal associates of Krishna. It creates a familiarity. He introduced to the family of Krishna's Brijvasis. So these are the advantages that I see. Otherwise, there's no shortcut to perfection. Generally many Babajis they preach, just get Pranali, then everything's easy. That's some of my Gurudevs said. Yeah, for now it becomes harder. It's easier to chant Hare Krishna and wait for mercy to come. But now you have a form of mercy that you're supposed to apply your mind to. And if the mind is not pure, Jiva Goswami repeatedly says, Antas shoot antakaran. Shoot antakaran. If your antakaran isn't pure, it's impossible to meditate on Leela. Your mind is full of greed and anger and lust and envy, you can't meditate on Leela. He said your antakaran. Antakaran means your mind and intelligence is supposed to be pure to meditate on Leela. Leela won't stay in a dirty place. Leela is Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna aren't going to stay in a dirty place. He says shoot antakaran. Shoot means pure mind and pure heart. How do you get pure mind and pure heart? Cheto Dharvana Marjanam. That's the key phrase. Cheto Dharvana Marjanam. Clean the mirror of the heart by Nam, Nam, Nam. More Nam, more Nam. So Adik Mas is coming up in 14, 15, 16 days. Adik Mas, Purushottam Minor. So everyone should take a vow to chant more japa. Every day Hari Nam after class. You don't have enough energy, go like this, you just go like this. You're not in the mood to raise your fingers this way, just go like this. Usually she goes like this, but she's in a bad mood for different reasons now, so she goes like. Usually she goes like this. Now it's like. Her fingers aren't standing up yet, but in 2 weeks she'll be standing up. Because now Mars is on and moving in a good position, so you get strength to be successful. Over the next 2 months, you'll get success. But Mars was debilitated for the last 49 days. Mars was in a very adharmic position, burning up everything, fires everywhere, explosions everywhere. Some submarine blew up into the ocean. There's explosions, fires. Mars is going in the house of Dharma now. And it's going to good vibration for the Earth planet. So spiritual people will take it back. Mars is a very powerful planet. You probably have a strong Mars. But you're right. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Hare Krishna. You sing a Bhagavad Gita. Acha. He's all there. He's a future Acharya. We'll have films of this guy to show later. Okay. One only. AK. AK Acha. Nancy, question. Okay. Ditya. There you go, Ethan. Just writing all the time, no question. All right, you want to try another question? Okay.
Gurudev, I want some clarification on this. When sadhak gets siddh,
You can't get everybody's talking about. Oh, you think people ask about your Siddhanta?
No, Gurudev, my
What
question
about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam? What is this?
Gurudev, my
This
question
another. This the effect of Vrindavan is Radharani. The effect of Radha Kunda is Siddhanta. You go to Vrindavan is Radharani. You come to Radha. Oh, do you have your Siddhanta? No, you don't. Oh, you're not good. Why not? Your guru didn't get. Well, we don't follow the system. Oh, I don't want to be your friend. Everything's very, very funny. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Gurudev. So, Gurudev, Siddhanta is given by Gurudev to the sadhak.
It can be also given by Krishna at the time of death. Also, maybe in a dream, and also the holy name of Krishna gives Siddhanta, just for the record.
So, Gurudev, that Siddhanta is eternally existing in spiritual world.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So if Gurudev sadhak is getting it and he gets liberated, then how the body that is eternally existing be called as sadhana siddha? That must be called as nitya siddhi. Is already that body is already existing eternally in that spiritual world.
The body's siddha, but when you enter, you become a sadhana siddha. The jiva is tatastha shakti, and the siddha is made of antaranga shakti. So the two fuse together. The tatastha shakti fuses together with the antaranga shakti. So that's how it works. The atma, we're an atma, we're jiva, we're the category, energetic category of tatastha shakti, and that's eternally stays that way. When the siddha is antaranga shakti in the spiritual world, the antaranga shakti mixes. Like now we have atma with an external body. So the atma, the tatastha shakti mixed with the maya shakti. The body's made of prakriti. So now the atma mixes with the spiritual shakti, the antaranga shakti. Instead of having material body, it has spiritual body, and it's eternal. But the difference between the atma and the material body is the atma is conscious, the material body is not conscious. But the spiritual body and the atma are both conscious. They become one in one sense. But there's two different energies fusing together. Antaranga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti. The Tatastha Shakti is covered by Antaranga Shakti. It does not nitya siddha, it becomes sadhana siddha. The body is siddha, the body is perfect body, spiritual body. It's expanded from Krishna Antaranga Shakti. This is in the third canto, 15th chapter, 14th verse. The Vasanti Vaikuntha Murtiye. So many forms of Vaikuntha forms are expanded from Vishnu, one for every liberated soul. And each one of those spiritual bodies, Krishna or Vishnu engages in Leela eternally when you get liberated. Now those spiritual bodies are in Vaikuntha and Goloka Vrindavan, not active. They're just resting. It says they're beautifying the landscape. Like you have a statue in your yard, but they're not made of jana prakriti. They're made of spiritual energy, chit shakti. They're like trees. They're beautifying the world of Vaikuntha and Vrindavan. Others expanded from the body of Narayana and Krishna. Just like in first canto, in Bhagavatam, there's an example of 7 different personalities that got spiritual bodies brought from Vaikuntha by Vishnu at the time of death. Narada Muni, Dhruva Maharaj, Ajamil, Gajendra, 8th canto Gajendra, 9th canto Yayati, Putana, Karamuni is also described in 3rd canto. Karamuni got a spiritual body, Bhagavad Parshad at the time of death. So these are all described. It's brought from the spiritual world to the jiva. Instantaneously, you die and immediately, it's called seamless transfer. You die immediately, get your spiritual body. This is described in 1st canto, chapter 6, verse 27. 28, it says that Vishnu gave a spiritual body to Narada Muni. In verse 27, 1627, it says, he simultaneously gave up his material body, he got a spiritual body. So you say, ah, and die, close your eyes, open your eyes, and you're in Siddhanta. Hey, not bad. This is the teaching of Bhagavatam and the Goswamis. Vishwanath Chakravarti introduced the idea of stopover. At first he stopped in Boma Vrindavan. You take birth from a womb of a gopi in Boma Vrindavan. But even that body you take birth from is Siddhanta. Then you have Siddhanta, but you don't have Siddhabhav. So you get association with Nitya Parishas of Krishna and Prakat Leela of Krishna in Boma Vrindavan. Then you develop your praying to Sneha Mahaprana Anurag Mahabhav, Bhav Mahabhav. And then you move, then you enter the Leela and start serving Radha Krishna and Boma Vrindavan. Then when they go back to Gaudiya Vrindavan, you go with them in your spiritual life. There's Siddhanta and Siddhabhav at that time. You know that question? Who's got a phone? You got a phone? Go on to Facebook. I don't know, my Facebook's not working. You know about computers? Maybe you can figure this out. I don't know, it doesn't, when I go like this, I can't open it. Say I go like this, right? Should have.
I got it.
Okay, good. Then this says this thing. Work on that. Oh, no question.
Yes.
Either that question.
My basically says on your lotus feet, Maharaj, how should we understand when any Siddha Purush appears in our dream?
How should you understand if a Siddha Purush appears in a dream? You should understand you're lucky. It says in Brahma Sutra, which is also called Vedanta Sutra, that dreams are real. Dreams are real. They can be real, but sometimes in a dream you receive a mantra in a dream, you receive some medicine formula in a dream, where you see the fulfillment. If you're doing kamya karmas, you're doing some puja worship to fulfill your desire, you may see the fulfillment of your desire in a dream. It's called kamya karmas. This is told in Vedanta Sutra. There's slokas that say dreams are real. So dreams, if you have dreams of a Bhagavan or a Guru or a Siddha Purush, they're real and they're valuable. But whether or not if they're giving teachings or instructions, those instructions or teachings, we can only accept them as true if they're in agreement with the Shastra. Because I give an example, someone had a dream of me in Delhi, a bhakta. And he said, I had a dream, you appeared in my dream, and he told me that I just have to chant Krishna, that I can eat onions and garlic, and I don't have to follow any principles. He told me this in Delhi when I went to visit Delhi. I said, well, forget about your dream. You're having Sakshat Darshan of me right now. So the dream, the Swapna Swami, Swapna Swami, Dream Swami is giving bogus Siddhanta. I'm Sakshat Swami. I'm telling you to follow the 4 religious principles and chant 16 rounds a day. Don't follow your crazy dreams. If you had a dream, wake up and drink some cold water. The dreams are good, keep dreaming. Don't wake up. You wake up, it's a nightmare. Isn't it? Wife and kids and bills and job, it's a nightmare. Dream is fun. Okay, questions. Next question. Another crazy next question. Yeah, that's what I said.
Can bhakti destroy all types of prarabdha karmas? The example quoted in Bhakti Samrit Sindhu 1.1.21 doesn't give clear evidence.
Question is, can Bhakti Bhajan destroy all karmas?
Prarabdha karmas.
What karma?
Prarabdha.
Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is destroyed when you die. But there's a verse in Brahma Samhita and so many places, I think it's verse 56, 56. Karmani nirhati chakintu cha bhakti bhajan. By doing bhakti bhajan, all karma is destroyed. So generally, Vishwanath Chakravarti gives commentaries in the 10th canto, chapter 88, Rikasura Madan, chapter 88, 10th canto, the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti, and also other places in Bhagavatam. It says that all karmas are destroyed by bhakti. 4 stages of karma: prarabdha karma, aparabdha karma, kutam and bijam, or sanchita karma, sanchita. What's the other one called?
Kutastha bija.
Kutastha and bija is also called sanchit. Different. And Madhvacharya Sampradaya call it sanchit karmism. There's prarabdha, aparabdha, and 2 others are different. We say kutam and bijam or kutastha and bijam. Anyway, he says all 4 stages, even prarabdha is destroyed. But he said, prarabdha is destroyed. But in the commentary of Vishnu, he says, to protect the purity, to protect bhakti, usually Krishna allows the devotee to fall, allows him to suffer, to experience his prarabdha karma. So, because otherwise people say, hey, this guy did bhakti, he had prarabdha karma, his vision was, he had bad eyes, he started doing bhakti, he got his vision back. He had a bad leg, his prarabdha karma was to have white leprosy, now he got healed. So everybody will take up bhakti for material benefit, make offenses to bhakti. So Krishna generally allows people, in other words, if your prarabdha karma is gone, you don't get sick. They don't get cancer. But we see devotees get cancer, they get heart attacks, get heart disease, they all kinds of things. So devotee doesn't see it as prarabdha, he sees it as mercy of Krishna. But also we've seen that some prarabdha left over that Krishna is showing. So then atheists and non-devotees, they say, why are you guys practicing bhakti? You're still suffering like everybody else. You get cancer, you die from cancer, and this and that. So why should we practice bhakti? But Krishna doesn't want atheists to practice bhakti. So to protect the bhakti, Krishna lets the devotee stay with his prarabdha. But the fact is, if the prarabdha is destroyed, everything that happens to the devotee is mercy of Krishna. So he has no prarabdha. Like Narayan Maharaj, his lifeline, he was supposed to die when he's 74, he lived to be 92. The Radha Kunda, he said he died 74, he had a heart attack when he was 74, had surgery in Bombay, he lived to be 92 or 93. Because Krishna wanted to live long, he changed his prarabdha. So the question is, generally the answer is, generally we see devotees are suffering, it can be seen that they're suffering prarabdha karma, and also we said that devotees don't have any prarabdha karma. Because bhakti destroys all 4 forms of karma. Only bhakti. Any questions from the boys here? Babaji, you have a question? You have a question? He's having a hard time. Everybody is. Who is it? Raise your hand if you're not having a hard time. What's that? What's that Prakriti study Karshati? Amai Vanshoti Lokate. Prakriti Stani Karshati. We're all stuck in this Prakriti or Karshati. We're struggling. Well, we're part of Krishna, but we're struggling. Amai Vanshoti Lokate Jivatasnatana. Another question, next question. I know who it is. There's one guy asking all the questions.
Maharaj, can you please explain who is Samasti Guru? Does he reside in Goloka? What is his role in Krishna Lila?
That's a nice question. Who is the Samasti Guru? Does the Samasti Guru reside in Goloka? And is the Samasti Guru engaged in Lila? Samasti Guru is a form of Bhagavan Sri Krishna that sits on the left-hand side of Krishna. Krishna is on the right side, Samasti Guru is on the left side. Samasti Guru means it's a form of Krishna, it's the aggregate, it's the sum total of all gurus put together, is Samasti Guru. And the representative of the Samasti Guru is called Vyasti Guru. Vyasti Guru is the Shiksha and Diksha Guru. So the Samasti Guru is having Leelas not in Goloka Vrindavan, is having Leelas in Maya Jagat. Is having Leelas in Bhoma Vrindavan. I mean, Leelas on the earth planet. Vyasti Guru is having Leelas of liberating conditioned souls. So the Samasti Guru appears in this world as Vyasti Guru. Vyasti, Vyasti Guru. The Vyasti Guru gets Shiksha and Diksha, and with Shiksha and Diksha one gets liberated and goes to the spiritual world. So Samasti Guru is having Lila in the form of Vyasti Guru. So many Lilas we have. We're in one right now. Well, Maharaj.
Are there many Bhava or Premi Bhaktas present in the planet now? How can we identify them? How can we identify Bhava and Premi Bhaktas?
How can we identify Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti? There's many.
Bhaktas.
You can't. First identify as sadhaka. First identify yourself as a sadhaka. Look in the mirror, put on tilak and neck beads. And say, oh, here's the devotee of Krishna. And start doing bhakti bhajan. First establish your own identity as Krishna Das, son of Das. Then when you get the proper eyes, then you'll be able to see. If you have the eyes of Bhava, you can see a Bhava Bhakti. Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. Krishna's made of prem. You can't see prem unless you have prem. So Bhava Bhakti is made of Bhava Bhakti. You can't see Bhava Bhakti unless you have Bhava Bhakti. Simple. What's the magic in that? Takes one to know one, we say in America. If you're a thief, you know how thieves think. So you'll never understand who, oh, he's a Prema Bhakti. He's crying. Anybody can cry. You just stick with a pin, you'll start crying. A bee stings you, start crying, now you're a Bhava Bhakti. Everyone's worrying about looking for Baba Bhaktas, Prema Bhaktas. Try to find someone that knows Krishna Dhamma and has pure behavior and inspires your heart and mind. And surrender there and do Bhakti Bhajan. Guru is a teacher. Teaches by example and by words. You can't go anywhere just asking a million questions. At some point you have to surrender. Bhakti Bhajan begins with surrender. Sharanagati and Bhakti are brother and sister. No Sharanagati, no Bhakti. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe Sham. Would I sing Shastri? Jaya Baba. There's your asan, Neela asan. That's for your Bhagavad Sapta. Neela asan, asan Leela. Would I sing Shastri? Would I Shastri? Vishwasi Pandit, Bhagavad Pandit, Jai Radhe. Go ahead and tell him get a mala from the picture of Radha Raman. No, sit there. That's for your feet. For your fare. Another question?
Can multiple disciples receive identical Siddhanta from Guru? Can multiple disciples
If
receive
multiple disciples receive the same.
identical Siddhanta from Guru?
Well, if the two disciples are twins, they get the same thing. No, I'm joking. No, Maharaj. No. Jaya. Hey, get down. The Rijwasi. Can multiple disciples get changed today? Why should they? Krishna has unlimited today, there's no shortage. That's a silly question. Sorry. Okay, let's get some intelligent. If it's a stupid question, don't even ask me. Filter the question.
Maharaj, when our health is not well, is it alright to have some relaxation in the sadhana standards given by Gurudev?
When we're sick, can we stop our sadhana bhakti? Well, you have to ask that question. That means you don't have much nishta. That means you're a nishtita bhakta. If you're nishtita bhakta, you wouldn't ask the question. The question is, when we're sick, can we relax and do less sadhana bhajan? So that's for the individual to decide. But the way I look at it, bhajan for bhajan to be successful, we have to take a sankalpa. Sankalpa means a vow, affirmation, a statement of intention. I'm going to do this. And Prabhupada always taught that whatever seva you do for Krishna, you should do it steadily. Never reduce it, but you want to increase it, you can increase it. He said if you have a standard to offer 3 artiks a day to your Thakurji, a standard you set, he said you should maintain that standard your whole life. So that means you take a sankalpa. Thakurji, I'm going to offer you 3 artiks every day without fail. So whether you're sick or not sick, you offer 3 artiks. That's called bhajan sankalpa. then there's a chance to become Nishta. But sometimes you do and you don't, you do, you don't, you're on, you're off, you're on, off, you'll never become Nishta. Because you're listening to the dictation of your mind, now you're bhajan sankalpa. So you take a sankalpa, like in some spiritual institutions, make you promise, follow these 4 principles, chant 60 rounds a day. Then, so that's a sankalpa, you promise. So you can't relax, oh, I'm sick, I can't chant 60 rounds. Then you're falling, that's not good. Every day Krishna plays the flute. Some days he doesn't feel good. Maybe he doesn't feel good, but he plays the flute every day. That's not a very good example. But the main thing is that bhakti should be steady. Because we start with faith, then we do an artha-nivritti, then we do, next thing is nishta. So you have to practice nishta, steadiness, by being steady in times of difficulty. It says, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Oh, it's getting hard now, then you slack off. That means weak bhakti. You can easily tell how strong your devotion is by opposition. And you go around and say, oh, I'm really strong, really strong. Okay, lift this. Oh, my back hurts, you know. My back hurts, I can't lift this. Yeah, Bekar, knuckly strong man. So you shouldn't be knuckly bhakta, so you're asli bhakta. So when challenges come and it becomes difficult, that's the test of your love for Krishna. Oh, I love Krishna, I love Krishna. But then you get a little cold, oh, a little fever, oh, no Jabamala, no Bhagavat, oh, pills, fever, steam, all kinds of bodily seva, but no bhakti seva. It's not a good bhakti. See example of Prabhupada, he had 5 days before he left his body, he was translating Bhagavatam. Oh, I didn't record that. That's about reducing bhakti when you're sick. I didn't record it. Another question? Anybody have a question? Margaret? You want to say something?
How can we identify a pure bhakti?
How can we identify pure bhakti? The word purity has it's the same as the question asking, just like we say Krishna is Purna, Purnatara, Purnatam. Krishna is perfect, more perfect, most perfect. So the word purity has made degrees of purity. They say pure bhakti. Because the definition of bhakti is Anyabhidasya Jnana Karmadi Navritam Alapaya Krishna Shina Bhakti Uttama. So pure bhakti means how much is a person pleasing Krishna with his life. Acting favorably to serve and please Krishna, according to the Shastra and teaching of the Guru. And so that's hard to measure, but that's, so because one is Seva to Krishna, it's not mixed with karma, it's not mixed with gyan, and it's called Shuddha Bhakti. So he's a Shuddha Bhakta. This is the definition of Uttam Bhakti. Uttam Bhakti means Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti means no karma, no gyan. But ultimately means pure devotee. Pure devotee means prema bhakta. Whole Briya Bhagavatamrita describes different levels of pure devotees. There's Hanuman, there's Arjuna, there's Uddhava, there's Shiva, there's Brahma, all the devotees are described. And finally there's the Yadavas, the Pandavas and Yadavas, there's Uddhava, and finally Sakhas, Nanda Yashoda, then the Gopis, and finally Radharani. Baba Sropi Radharani. The same, it's on? It's on. You hear it? Okay. I can't hear it. You can't hear it? Turn up. Right. Second one from the left. Right. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Can you hear it? Right. Jaya Sri Radhe Shah. The fan's pretty loud. Yeah, I can hear it now. Fans, full speed. We got a new fan, we changed it. Super fast. Express train. So what are we? What's the question?
Being pure.
Pure light. You fix it?
They have to reinstall it.
Okay. Yes. So the main thing about how you identify someone who's pure bhakta is how much their association inspires you to surrender to Krishna. I would think that'd be the best way to say it. Question. What time is it?
16.
They say Vishwanath Chakravarti's eternal form is Tunga Vidya. And
Krishna Chakravarti is Vinod Valari Manjari. Tunga Vidya is for Krishna Pandit.
there is some
In Gorgadesh Tivika, it says the eternal form of Tunga Vidya is Prabhupada Saraswati. But in the Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaisnava Samaj, they say that the Krishna Pandit is Tunga Vidya. And Vishnu Chakravarti is Vinod Valari. So what's your question?
there is some confusion between two different books. Why is that?
What's no confusion for me? Who's saying what? What's the confusion?
No, two different. Some people they have two forms, eternal forms, and some people they have one form shared by two people.
Well, the main thing is it can't be limited. You can't limit, the spiritual world is not limited. It's Anantadhamma. So so many jivas have the same name. Guru Manjari is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. The Guru Manjari is Gaurkishore Babaji. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 4 Raghunaths. Raghunath Bhatta, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Vaidya, and Raghunath Upadhyaya. He had 2 Haridases, Chota and Bara. So, like some gurus in ISKCON, they don't want to give disciples the same name. So they give disciples 5 different names. Krishna Gaur Nitai, Krishna Bhagavan Das. But here in traditional Sampradaya, a guru may have 20 disciples named Nitai Das. He might be Nityananda Parva, so he needs every guy Nitai. So there's St. Petersburg Nitai, there's Moscow Nitai, there's German Nitai, there's Swiss Nitai, there's Mumbai Nitai, there's Bangalore Nitai. And my friend who waited us, he lives in a part of Radha Kunda sometimes. On his street, there's 10 guys named waited us. He's a Dutch waited us. One guy's from Rajwasi waited us. One guy's from Bangladesh waited us. Other guy's from Rio waited us. So there's no problem. The spiritual world is not black and white. The material world is black and white. There's no black and white in the spiritual world. Krishna's not black, he's bluish black. Here we have black and white. This is white. But everything's accommodated. There's no limitation there. The word Vaikuntha means no limitation. Vaikuntha, Kuntha means limitation. There's no limitation. There could be 1,000 Tungavidya Sakis, 1,000 Guna Manjaris, 1,000 Rupa Manjaris, no problem. Because everyone has their own parakashta. In the third canto, chapter 15, verse 14, commentary on Priti Sundara number 10, Jiva Goswami says, Krishna expands himself into one form to enjoy pastimes with each liberated soul. So there's one liberated soul, there's one form of Krishna. If there's one form of Krishna, means there's one spiritual world for that liberated soul. It's called parakashta. It's compartment. So you're in one compartment. You have your Radha Krishna, your Astasakis, your Astamanjaris, your Guru Saki, Guru Parasaki. You have your Parivar and your own Parakashta, your own spiritual world, with your own Radha Krishna. Everybody here in this world, I have my Giraj, you have your Giraj. I have my Gauritai, you have your Gauritai. It's the same there. Your house is like your Parakashta. It's like your compartment. You have Giraj, Gopal, Giraj, Sham, and this Giraj Baba, and this one, that one. It breaks our head because our heads are so tiny. We have a box brain. We try to fit the spiritual world in a box brain. Spiritual world is called Sarvagata Vibhu Upari. It says in Adi chapter 5, verse 23 or so, describes nature of Vaikuntha Goloka Vrindavan. It says Sarvagata Vibhu. It's everywhere. Upari. It's Goloka Vrindavan is up, it's down, it's right, it's left, it's everywhere. Sarvagata, it's gone everywhere. It's Vibhu, it's great. So you can't limit. There's only one Rupa Manjari. There's millions of Rupa Manjaris. I'm a Nityananda Parivar. I'm initiated by Nanda Babaji. I'm Nanda Babaji, if I'm not, by the way. If he's my guru, I have all my guru Sakis, and I have my own Rupa Manjari, my own Lita Saki. I wait for I have another Rupa Manjari. Another Rupa Manjari with another Lita Saki, another Radharani. You're there, I'm here. It's that individual. Just like in your house you have your Krishna, it'll be like that eternally. This is how it is. Our brains are like a pea, like half a split pea. We're trying to fit the entire cosmos in our brain. It doesn't work. Question. Next question. We finished off the neck guys.
Very similar question. Like are all Vaishnava Parampara like Gaudiya, Haridasi and Radha Nitya Leela connected? The Nitya Leelas of all Paramparas, are they connected?
Nitya all Parivaras connected. Radha Sampradaya,
Haridas, Swami Haridas.
Swami Haridas Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Babacharya Sampradaya, Nivark Sampradaya. They all worship Radha Krishna. They all worship Asakaya Leela. So what's the question?
Is Nitya Leelas of all these Paramparas connected?
Nitya Leela is Nitya Leela. If you meditate on it, you connect with it. If you don't meditate on it, you don't connect with it. It doesn't matter where you're, the freeway is there. There's so many entrance ramps. The freeway, your expressway is there. You come on Mathura, you come on Noida. Wherever you get on, you're on the same expressway. So Krishna's Asakali is going on eternally. So you connect, wherever you connect with it, you connect with it. Any sadhaka who meditates Asakali, he's in it. He's in Asakali. There's no problem. Asakali is one, Radha Krishna one. Everybody meditates on the same Asakali. There's no bait there. There are different philosophical ideas and different methodologies of bhajan, but their goal is one. The goal is worshiping Radha Krishna, the Gopal and Asakali. So they'll attain that goal. Every parivar that worships Radha Krishna, they'll attain that. There's not going to be, our mind Asakali is not going to crash with theirs. Not going to clash or crash. My car's going to crash into their car. It's not a regular expressway around crashing. Everyone who enters the Asakali and spend eternal life with Radha Krishna and Gaudiya Vaisnava. There's room for everybody, all parivars. The thing is, the way we think of this material, we think in duality, we think in winners and losers, day and night, rich and poor, fat and thin. All we can think in duality. We can't think in absolute terms. We can't think in unlimited terms because we're limited. But you have to understand the word anatta, vibhu. Transcendence is anatta, vibhu. It's vast, it's unlimited. It's shaking up on the microphone. Whoa. Okay. Question. Hey, what that question? Oh, we knocked off the net. Okay, Bangalore, question. Are you a Brahmin by birth? Kshatriya. I better respect it. Very good. That's a high birth. No, it's serious. It's very good birth. Have a question?
No, that question, previous question, they were thinking, now here different parivars have different approaches, and maybe there also they will be compartmented and different places.
It's a fact. Every parivar, there's a spiritual world for every parivar. For every guru, there's a spiritual world. Every guru is disciple. Just like sometimes in ISKCON, somebody said, who said, maybe Brahma, I don't know, I never read it. He said there'll be ISKCON in the spiritual world. So it won't be called Planet ISKCON, but there's websites and Facebook's called Planet ISKCON. But the planet is it's not a planet anyway. It's a consciousness. It's not Gaudiya Vaisnava is not a ground. It's a consciousness. That's why it's Hari Katha. It's everywhere. That's the first thing that blows your mind. You'll get in a rocket ship. We're going through the earth layer, water layer, going Karna Samudra, Brahmajyoti, oh it's all right. You go further, Brahmalok, Satyalok, Vaikuntha, Yodilok, Dwarka, Mathura, there's Yamuna, there's Giriraj. Okay, faster seagulls for descending. Door was up. Okay, put your face to decompression. Walk out. It's not like that. It's not moon landing, you know. It's a level of consciousness. It's everywhere, it's Vrindavan. Just like it says, Krishna doesn't descend. Krishna appears. Avatar means descend. All the other avatars, they're called avatars to descend. Krishna is not avatar. Krishna is eternal. Krishna is nitya sanito. Nitya sanito. Krishna eternally lives in Brajmandal and he prakat uppercut. He appears and disappears. He doesn't descend from Gaudiya Vrindavan and manifest. He's Leela's here right now. We can't see it. You have prema bhakti, you can see it right now, right here. Krishna appears. The Bhagavatam says he eternally lives in Mathura Mandal. Nitya Sanihito. Nitya Sanihito means he eternally lives in Mathura Mandal. Brajmandal. The whole material jagat is manifested from Mahavishnu and what goes into Mahavishnu. But Vrindavan is eternally outside of Mahavishnu. What parivar are you in?
Ex-ISKCON.
ISKCON.
Ex-ISKCON.
Ex-ISKCON. Ex-con. That's interesting. Miscon. ISKCON. Ex-con. That's the thing, that's the amazing thing. Anybody you meet, they'll have some farther existence rather than con in it. Viscon, ISKCON, WasCon. So everyone is indebted to ISKCON. So we should remember that. That's a fact. Should never bite the hand that feeds you, they say. Anything good, if we receive something good from somewhere, we receive something good from someone or from some place, we should always be grateful. Grateful and thankful for the good things we receive. Otherwise, ingratitude is one of the worst sins. Being ungrateful is pop. There's a tendency in Kali Yuga is to be ungrateful because everyone's very contaminated by Kali Prabhav. Kali Prabhav makes everyone think bad. It's very hard to always generate good thoughts and positive thoughts in the age of Kali. Well, it's not recorded either. I'm getting tricked up here. What's the time now? I think it's time to quit. Quarter to 5.
4:34.
Great time. Question?
How can we apply the first verse of nectar description? Or how to understand and apply? Vacha Vedam
What's the first instruction?
Vacha Vedam Manasakya looks like very big thing. Like he can make research all over that.
Hare Sura, Vajrayana. That was nice. Questions on Upadeshamrita verse 1. Vacho Vega Manasakroto Vega Jiva Vega Murapasa Vega Etan Vega Yovisheta Dira Savivan Prativim Shisha. The Nectar of Instruction is written by Rupa Goswami. He's giving instructions to bring one to Goloka Vrindavan in the service of Radharani and Krishna. So to attain the service of Radha and Krishna, it begins with sense control. So we have 5 working senses, Karmendriya, and we have 5 knowledge-acquiring senses called Gyanendriya, and the mind. So there's 11 senses which have to be controlled. So that principle is being discussed because yoga is based on yama, niyama, and asana, and pranayama. And all these yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, and dharana, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, dhruva, and samadhi. So samadhi for the yogis is prema for the bhaktas. So our goal is Krishna prema seva. But in any form of yoga, you have to control the senses. So here, Guru Goswami is comparing the senses to pushing agents. The mind is pushing us, the senses are pushing us. So he says we have to, if someone can control his senses, he says shishya, he says he can be he can instruct others. I don't know Sanskrit myself, because I'm sure there's other meanings to this verse. Because another way you can say it, if one controls their senses, they're a good shishya. says Shishyat. But Shishyat means to teach, like Shiksha. But Shishya also means one who follows teachings. One who follows the teachings of the Guru is a Shishya. The Guru is Shishya. So we can take it to mean the first verse of nectar instruction. This is a good disciple. A good disciple is one who controls the senses. So Krishna says in Gita, the yogi doesn't eat too much, eat too little. So we should be balanced in our activities. Then we can be a good shishya. The translation is given in English is not what the Sanskrit is telling. It says here, if someone controls their senses, everyone can become a disciple of such a self-controlled guru. That phrase is in the translation. This is from BBT. But there's no Sanskrit words to support that. It says that all persons in the world can become disciples of such a self-controlled guru. The word guru is not mentioned in the verse. It's interesting because even the translation mentions disciple. So that means that shishya also means disciple. So anyone in the world who controls his senses, is Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, can become dhira. Dhira means peaceful, sober, and they become a proper disciple of a guru. Disciple means has a guru. That's what it means. Clear?
How do we apply? How can we apply?
How you control your senses? Always say Krishna Prasad and Hare Krishna. How in any way control your senses? Always say Krishna Prasad and Hare Krishna. Now Indriya Dant to control your senses. Ramachari Guru Kuleva Sandanta Gloritam. Yeah, that's really good. So, seventh Kadavavata. Narvani's teaching. Good student. I'm happy. So be a good brahmachari. Brahmachari Guru Kule Vasandanto Gloritam. Surija. Guru Surija. Firm vow of friendship with the Guru. Sriyasi Baba. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radhe. Okay. Next question. Okay.
Radha Radhe, dear Gurudev, my obeisances at your lotus feet.
Jaya Radhe.
Gurudev, how should one feel and pick themselves up when they are unable to follow their sankalpas?
Oh, wow. How should one feel and pick oneself up when he falls down? It was fun, fancy language.
Yeah.
Not following the Sankalpa. Like in English, you can say, "Get out of here," or you can say, "Will you please vacate the domicile?" So, what do you do when you don't execute your sankalpas properly? Or you can say, "What do you do when you fall down?" What is repentance? On the top? On the top. That's atonement. I'm saying repentance. Repentance means on the top. On the top, repentance. Hindi, Sanskrit for repentance. Prayaschitta.
Prayaschitta is atonement. Paschatap is...
Oh, I was not hearing correctly. Prashchata.
Paschatap.
Prashchata. Top.
Feeling the fire inside that.
Yeah, fire, top fire. Prashatap.
It also means anutap.
It also means anutap.
Yeah, I know. I read somewhere on the top. Sorry for that. That's me. On the top is Sanskrit and Prashat
Paschatap is
Hindi.
Paschat.
I know more Sanskrit. Sorry for that. Thank you. Anyway, what do you do when you fall down? Well, obviously, what's a baby do when he falls down?
Yes, sir.
He gets up. So you get up, pick up, start up again. Doesn't matter how many times you fall down, it matters how many times you stand up. If you fall down 5 times, you stand up 4 times, you're in bad shape. So just keep going. Just pray to Krishna. Because bhakti, there actually in bhakti bhajan, there's no such thing as repentance. You have a fall down, you do bad, you just start doing good, and that removes all the bad. Changes our emotional. So you fall down, that's unfortunate. That's to be expected, because it's Maya everywhere. So don't worry about falling down. You fall down, you recognize you fall down, just start doing bhakti again. That's the main thing. The devotee doesn't lament, doesn't cry, doesn't lament. Just say, okay, Krishna, I'm weak, I'm fallen, please help me. You pray to Krishna, do prarthana, Krishna prarthana, pray to Krishna, and start doing bhakti bhajan again. Go to some temple somewhere and see Krishna, take darshan of Krishna, and open your mind, reveal your mind to Krishna, and pray for His mercy. Prayer is very powerful, and it works. For a devotee, for one who's taking diksha and bhakti bhajan, Paramatma takes a vacation, and Krishna takes the place of Paramatma. So Krishna hears the prayers. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the Ishtadeva of a bhakta. He hears the prayers of a Krishna bhakta and responds accordingly by giving enthusiasm and renewed enthusiasm to keep going. The journey to perfection and prema is many lifetimes. Takes many lifetimes to attain Krishna prema. So it's going to be expected, it's going to be some hard times. Hard times, easy times. Just keep going. They say slow and steady wins the race. Drops of water wear away stone. Little drop of water, dip, 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 makes a hole in the stone. When you go to Jaipur, you see the marble carvers. Guys are carving murtis. They have a block of marble, looks like this. It's square, 2 meters tall. They're going to make a 1.5 meter tall murti. Chip, 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 chip. For weeks and weeks and weeks. He has in his mind maybe drawing pictures and photographs of other murtis. And he's saying, chip, 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 chip. Very soon there's a murti of Krishna there. I see him with my own eyes. So that's what we're doing. We're carving a spiritual body. We're carving a Bhavdeya by our Bhakti sadhana. So someday we'll see our Bhavdeya. Siddhanta is a Bhavdeya. It's made of Bhav. So it's a slow process to carve a murti. Murti stavana. Takes months and months. So it takes lifetimes and lifetimes to create a Bhavdeya to serve Krishna and prema. So just keep chipping away. Chip, 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 chip. And one day you'll see her form. No question. Knock off the net. Any question? Yes. Yeah.
Gurudev, I was listening your audio lecture on Guru Tattva. In that you said that if someone is not able to get perfection in one lifetime, and he has got Diksha from his Gurudev, then in the next lifetime when he takes birth, then his Gurudev might come and he might send someone else as his Guru in next lifetime. Does this happen?
Question is about Guru, a disciple. The disciple doesn't attain city or perfection. Does the Guru come back himself in the next life, or does he send someone else? There's different answers to that. I wrote a post about that on my website. Does the Guru come back for me? You can see that. But in that same book, it describes there's different types of disciples. So we're one who's very surrendered disciple, very surrendered to Guru, very attached to Guru. The same Guru comes back for that disciple. But someone who's not so serious about Bhakti Bhajan, Krishna will arrange for some other Guru to come. That's generally how it's told. It says in the Guru Vandanam prayer in Prem Bhakti Chandrika by Narottam Das, he says, Chakudana Deoye Jami Jami Prabhu say. Prabhu say means you are my Prabhu, life after life. So this say means this one Prabhu, this one Guru is my master life after life. So my Guru explained that if you're a good disciple for the Sat Shishya, then the Sadguru comes back for that Sat Shishya. Sat Shishya means surrendered, dedicated Shishya. The same Guru will come back. And you'll recognize that Guru. Guru will have a different body, obviously. Won't be the same body, but it'll be the same Jivatma. And Krishna, you'll recognize, you'll understand. All you need now is Jayati. You have your whole team here. Utkarsh and Jayati. One other guy's here. One guy there, one of your team members. There, look. They're all team. Jayati Shishya. Jayati Teji come. She's probably watching on internet. Jayati, all your shishya are here. Except your cars.
He's at home.
Yeah, I guess.
Saying thank you, Guru.
Right? Jayati, say hello.
Thank you.
Okay, right. She's in France. It's an amazing world, huh? We're seeing her, right? Because she's in your friends. Looking at them. Question! This guy's not very question. Okay.
Gurudev, can you tell us about Radharani's disappearance? How did she went back to Gaudiya?
How did Radharani leave this world? I don't know, I never thought about that. Because as far as I know, she didn't leave. He said, how did Radharani leave this world? I said, I don't know, because as far as I know, she hasn't left. She lives here in Vrindavan. Otherwise, why are we doing Vaishnava in Vrindavan? We're doing bhajan Vrindavan to get darshan of Radharani. So she left, she's not here, how are we going to get darshan? So that's called Ashabandha. Ashabandha means we have hope. Radharani's still here in Vrindavan, and she's going to give me darshan one fine day. The devotees live on that hope. All the stories of Radharani appearing to sadhakas happen in Vrindavan. You don't hear any stories of Radharani appearing in Noida. Or Kalbag, or Paschim Bihar. The Radha Krishna appear in Braj Mandal. Sakshat Darshan. Sakshat Darshan. This is Braj Bhumi, Chintamani Bhumi. Chintamani Bhumi, Chintamani Bhumi. Whatever you think, you get it. Braj Duli, go Duli, Chintamani Bhumi. Okay, it's 5 o'clock now?
5 minutes.
Sure fast fan. Can't feel it over here. I guess we'll put the other one here. Put another fan. You buy it. Take fast one. Questions, regular questions. Ex-con. Excuse me.
Question, like in Gopal temple, they said that Krishna along with all Brajvasis went back to spiritual Goloka at the end. Can we accept this view?
What?
In Gopal temple, it is said that
Yeah,
Krishna,
there's something in Puranas that talks about Krishna in Vrindavan came back after Krishna killed Dantavakra outside Mathura. He came and spent 2 months in Vrindavan. They put all Brajvasis on a bullock cart, entered Brahmakund, they all went to the Goloka. That's what they're told in Bhagavad Gita. But I don't want to answer a question that way. I'm living in Vrindavan, not living in a Vrindavan that's devoid of the appearance of Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna, in my Vrindavan, I'm living in Vrindavan, and Radha Krishna living here. I'm going to see him here one day. So for you outside Vrindavan, you could say Radha Krishna, Gopal Chamu, they left Vrindavan, they went back. But for me, because Gopal taught me the Upanishad, and the 90th chapter of 10th canto Madan, it says Krishna eternally lives in Vrindavan. Ditya Sanahito. So I believe the Bhagavad Puran, and I believe Gopal Upanishads. It's called Prashtan Traya. Gita, Vedanta Sutra, and Upanishad, called Prashtan Traya. Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, and Bhagavad Gita is called Prashtan Traya. And these Upanishads, Gopal Upanishad, and Bhagavad Puran, 90th chapter, and other cantos say Krishna is eternally living here. I believe it. That's why I'm living here. If I see Radha Krishna, I'm not going to tell anybody. But that's not to be done. Clean some food. You put the candle in the wind will blow it out. Keep the candle deep in your heart, and it burns brightly. The candle's in your heart, no wind. And the gu, it's called Rita Guha. So praying is in the heart, and you don't take it out, don't take it and put it in the window. Oh, I saw Radha Krishna, and the plane goes out, please. You put your candle in the window, the wind goes boom, blow it out. The other day somebody asked me, have you seen Radharani? I said, no. Have you? I said, if I did see her, I wouldn't tell you. We have a phrase in America, that's for me to know and you to find out. It's an American phrase. That's for me to know and you to find out. I am what I am, you are what you are. I respect you for what you are. Miscon question. You're a cool guy. I like you. You're cool. Got a nice smile too. Handsome guy. Blissful guy. You should stay in Raj. Just forget Bangalore. Bangalore is goodbye. Stay in Raj. The Ramachari. Stay in Raj, become Babaji. Babaji. Question. Oh, that's question. Hi. Oh.
Did Radharani went to Dwarka and anytime?
Why, who went to Dwarka?
Did Radharani went to Dwarka anytime? Once or twice?
Maharaj never takes a step. Vrindavanam pratyaja ekam param nagachati. Prabhupada says Krishna never takes a step out of Vrindavan. So Radharani always follows Krishna. So Krishna doesn't leave, Radharani doesn't leave. Maybe some expansion. Radharani went to Dwarka as expanded for Satyabhama. Satyabhama is expansion of Radharani in Dwarka. But the original Radharani is always in Vrindavan. Sakamara Smita describes three Radharanis, Vishwamanandi Radharani, Yogini Radharani, and Samyogini Radharani. So, Vishwamanandi Radharani always stays in Vrindavan. Yogini Radharani sometimes goes to Kurukshetra. That form of Radharani met Krishna in Kurukshetra, described in Bhagavatam, Swami Yogi. And Samyogini is another aspect, I forget. Sakamara Smita. It's also in Govinda Swarnapati by John Chandra Goswami. Three Radharanis. But Vrindavan Vishwanandi, Vrindavan Radharani always stays in Vrindavan. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya